Okay, so we're just about to head into the jungle to go and do the ayahuasca retreat with Kapitari.
Oh, it is?
And here they all come.
Oh, okay.
So that wherever we are together, they can take the dive.
I don't know how to make you feel flat again. Damn it. I'll see if I can skip it.
Tell you what you could do with your hair, Ross.
Yeah,
You know them like scuba diving slipper things you wear.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean, don't you?
Ya, tranquilo. Entonces hemos quedado que la ayahuasca es una planta, no solamente es alucinógeno, no solamente es visionaria, sino...
So the ayahuasca is not only for illusions and hallucinations, también es para...
Ya, ya. ¿Por qué les digo eso? Porque gracias a eso es saber que somos sensibles. Gracias a ese hemos perdido la sensibilidad, ¿no?
So because of that, we've lost our sensibility. For la sensibilidad de qué?
De las personas.
Of our own selves.
Because of what?
Ya, y al abrir tu sensibilidad puedes conectarte.
No, that we have lost our sensibility,
okay.
and so with the ayahuasca you can connect.
Sensitivity.
Sensitivities.
Ya, entonces eso nos sirve para poder conectarnos con las especies de plantas y enfermedades.
And so you can connect with the spirits of the plants and with diseases and illnesses.
Ya, entonces la planta tiene similar problemas que el ser humano.
So the plants also have similar problems that humans have.
Ya, si le ponen mucho químico en las áreas de cultivo, él se intoxica.
If you put too many chemicals in it, especially where it's growing, then the plant's going to get toxified, or it's going to become toxic.
Ya, entonces por eso ahora ha sido como un mensaje. Yo vengo trabajando un poquito de 20 años, ¿no? Y esos 20 años y sigo aprendiendo. No dije es solucionar el problema del mundo, ¿no? Sino se sigue. El aprendizaje es como si fuera una misión de salvar almas.
So even with 20 years,
Pero no nos hemos acordado del cuerpo.
He's still learning, and that he's learning himself.
Entonces eso, se debe salvar alma y salvar el cuerpo.
So you have to save your body.
Porque si no, mi alma, no le veo a mi alma, pero a mi cuerpo le veo.
If not, you don't see your soul, you just see your body.
Ya, entonces siempre habrá la secta, voy a salvar almas. Pero ¿qué es de su cuerpo? Yo quiero su diezmo, yo quiero su ofrenda.
So you want to save your soul because you can see your body, but then what about your soul? And then you can see. ¿Y qué es lo que estás diciendo de otras personas?
Ya, otras personas.
Solamente que como
las sectas, ¿no? Estamos hablando de sectas, porque las sectas solamente yo salvo alma. Yo quiero salvar alma. Pero no quiere salvar su cuerpo. El cuerpo no. Nadie se pone un parámetro. Yo quiero salvar cuerpo y alma. Sino alma, no más bien. Y sobre eso, diezmo, y ofrendas. Yo quiero que me den sus diezmos y sus ofrendas. Señor, yo soy el rey de usted. Estoy haciendo una dominación espiritual.
So you want to, okay, so what he's saying is that, you know, that we have these parameters where we say either we want to save our souls or we want to save our bodies, but we should be saving our body and our souls. And that with that, you know, there's these offenses that you get, that you have to accept these offenses, and as well as the good parts, and then that's how you basically cure your body and your soul.
Okay. Entonces ahora lo que yo vengo analizando, gracias, como digo, a la sensibilidad y a las visiones. Entonces, no solamente queremos decir, quiero responder sus preguntas de ella, que dice, solamente contacto con la ayahuasca puedes visionar. No, ya estás con la planta. Entonces la ayahuasca te puede dar su mensaje es sueño.
So that's why you see these visualizations with the ayahuasca.
No solo visión.
Because you're trying, it's not just visions, but you see these visions and you're trying to figure out what these mean for you. And he was saying that he was going to answer one of your questions.
He said he can do it without, he does it without ayahuasca, just because the ayahuasca's made him sensitive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's trying to communicate with you.
Sí, entonces él dice que
Exacto.
está tratando de comunicarse contigo.
Ah, ok.
Okay.
Entonces, lo que estamos ahora trabajando, ya.
So now what we're trying to do,
Entonces, porque yo voy a explicar un poco, ¿no? Porque ¿sabe por qué les digo eso? Entonces, porque siempre nosotros hemos trabajado en Europa, Estados Unidos, y en todo lo que es otro continente, hemos trabajado solamente la parte mental.
so everywhere else, like I was saying, the United States, Europe, it's always focusing on the mental aspect.
Sí, ha trabajado mucho. ¿Por qué? Ellos, cuando ya comenzamos a tener un poco de información mental, entonces nosotros queremos decir, tengo un poder.
So whenever you start to get that mental understanding, then you start to think, well, I have this power.
Ya. Entonces, ese es el gran error,
And that's the biggest error.
porque pensamos solamente en mi poder.
Because you just think about your power.
Mentira, todos tenemos un poder.
And we all have it.
No hay una persona que no tiene poder.
There's not one person that doesn't have that power.
Entonces si yo digo, bueno, yo soy el gran curadero y yo les voy a curar todos solamente con tocar la mano, ¿qué pasa?
So if you think that he's going to be this powerful curative being that just touches you and says that you're cured, what happens is,
Ya, entonces lo que estoy trabajando es ahora en la parte se llama de aceptación, liberación y sanación. Entonces la planta,
So
la
he's saying-
ayahuasca, hace el ciclo de curación.
so what he's trying to do is help you find the, oh shit, what did he say? Your, otra vez que
Ya,
está tratando de
ya,
buscar.
lo que estoy tratando de informar, estoy
The
buscando
acceptance of those
exactamente
things.
que acepte.
Liberate yourself.
To liberate
Free.
yourself
Para que se
through
libere.
the acceptance of those negative things.
Right.
And through the acceptance that we don't know everything.
Porque si no aceptas, estamos pensando en poder.
Because if you don't accept it, then you're thinking about power.
Power.
Your power.
Exacto. ¿Eh? Entonces, lo que tratamos es que todos estemos haciendo una función. Todos tenemos esa acción
And we all have that capability
de liberación.
of
Podemos
liberation.
liberarnos. Pero para eso tenés que aceptar.
So in order to get that liberation, you have to accept.
Si no aceptas, tienes dudas, desconfianzas.
And if you don't, then you're going to start to get mistrust with yourself and you're not in doubts. You're gonna get doubts.
What exactly are we accepting? I'm not understanding.
¿Y qué quiere decir que exactamente es lo que
La
tenemos
acepta-
que aceptar?
La aceptación quiere decir que lo que tú tienes un dolor. Acepta este dolor.
So like if you have a pain,
Acepto mi
pain.
carga que
Accept the
tengo.
pain.
If
Okay.
you have this weight on you, you have to accept the weight.
Okay.
Accept your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Own your shit.
Own it.
That's one way to put it.
Exacto.
Okay,
Ya entonces, ¿qué? Entonces ya no estamos pensando, no me voy al Perú, si no me voy a Perú, tomo mis plantas, no voy a, si no me hago un trabajo, no voy a ir. No, es tan simple.
He's saying that you don't have to go to Peru or do this to accept that.
Esa
It's-
palabra
it's
de
more
aceptación.
simple.
Pero si tú, ahí va un poco también de fe, ¿no? Va un poco de, yo tengo fe, es algo que yo quiero. Si tengo fe, es algo que yo quiero.
So if you have
Eso
faith,
también.
it's correlated with I love myself or that I love.
Yeah. ¿Alguna pregunta?
Any
Cuestión.
questions? No questions?
No questions?
Ninguna. ¿Están contentos? ¿Están contentos con el trabajo que se está haciendo?
Are you happy?
Yeah.
You're asking Miguel. Yeah, I'm interested in this
you know, the ayahuasca, you drink more, you get more of an experience, or is it like just like an on-off switch?
Él
You
quiere
know?
saber que con el ayahuasca es algo que se prende y se apaga o depende de la cantidad o el poder de esa cantidad.
Ya. Uno es, pues te digo, hoy tienes que trabajar sobre la aceptación.
He's saying today first you have to work on the acceptance.
Ya, para que cuando tomas la ayahuasca ya no estés pensando mucho.
So that when you take the ayahuasca, you're not thinking so much.
Para que puedas tener esa sensibilidad, abrir tu corazón y
So
abrir
you
tu
can
cuerpo
have that sensitivity
y pueda
to
fluir la
open your
planta.
body and your heart, and so then it can flow in.
Ya no tengas dudas ni
You don't
tampoco
have
desconfianza.
doubts and without mistrust.
¿Ok? O sea que hoy vamos a trabajar lo que se llama la parte espiritual y corporal.
So today we're going to focus on the part that's the more spiritual part and the physical part of your body.
Pero
Pues-
depende de la cantidad que tome también.
Exacto. Ahora vamos a ver ahora cuánto han tomado la primera y la segunda. Entonces sobre eso vamos a trabajar ahora
So
también.
he's saying, yeah, it does. Entonces la cantidad sí importa.
También.
So
también.
it does. The quality and the quantity do have to play, and that's what we're going to see. He's going to see what we have drank and how that's going to affect us today.
¿Ya? Me parece, como digo, una cosa muy simple, aceptar.
But the simplest part is just the
Porque si no
acceptance.
aceptas, vas a tener tus dudas. Vas a tener,
Because
esto
if
no
you
me va a
don't
hacer
accept
nada,
it,
¿no?
then you're going to have
O
your
sea,
doubts.
ya desde un principio este no me hace nada. Ya un principio has puesto eso en la mente. Y eso es lo que
And so what
funciona.
happens is that you start to think it's not working, and so that's the block. And that's what happens is
Doesn't
that
matter
you
how much you
Exacto.
drink.
doesn't matter how much because you're not
Exacto.
trusting it.
¿Ya? Entonces eso tenés que estar muy claro y aparte de eso, tener confianza.
And so it's very clear that you have to have that trust.
¿Ok?
If not, then you're not gonna.
Ya. Porque
You're not gonna
para...
have acceptance.
Claro, porque si no aceptamos van a estar mis dudas.
It's just,
No sé.
again, without the
Y tu
acceptance, you're
desconfianza.
having
Ya,
the
no
doubts
puedes caminar por
and
tu
the
Necessary
miedo.
weaknesses.
El miedo, el
Yeah.
miedo, ¿no?
Yeah.
¿Ok?
and the
Listo.
fear, and the fear.
Ya, entonces hoy vamos a ver cómo me ha ayudado la ayahuasca para hacer técnica también. No solamente me enseña a curar, sino me enseña también a hacer cómo tener la primera medicina, ¿no? ¿Cuál es la primera medicina que no tiene tóxicos, tus plantas, tu comida, para que tengas una buena medicina?
And so that's what he's learned. Also, it's not just, I guess, the spiritual part, but the technical part, and that how he's learned, and that's what he's going to teach us today, and like finding these toxins in the plants and what you eat.
Ya. Entonces el lunes de esta semana, que es Monday, ¿no? Ya. El lunes va a venir un grupo
Monday.
ajá,
A different group.
ya viene un grupo solamente por hacer un taller. Son unos científicos franceses.
So Monday, some
Son
French
17
scientists,
franceses.
17
Wow.
Ayer
French
se han conectado
scientists are
conmigo.
coming,
Quieren ver mi trabajo.
and they want to see his work.
Yo ahí les voy a hacer una exposición que se llama cómo se maneja la medicina y cómo manejamos la parte de manejo de suelo, de la tierra.
And so
Miguel,
he,
will they take the medicine?
hold on. And so he's going to teach them the technical part of using the medicine, and then basically the agricultural way of making the medicine. What did you say, sir?
Will they take the medicine?
¿Y ellos van a tomar la medicina también?
No, ellos van a tener, va a ser como se llama, ese se llama, yo hago una exposición y va a probar. Va a probar cómo acciona esa planta.
Entonces sí lo van a tomar.
Sí, tienen que
Yeah,
tomar porque
they have to. He's saying
para
so that they can feel it.
comprueben, ¿no?
Right. Have to.
O sea que justifican el
Be
trabajo.
like a test
So
for them.
yeah, so that it justifies the work.
Ya, bueno. So, ok, vamos a ver cómo.
So here we have sugar cane. He's saying this is sugar cane right here. This little plant. This is papaya.
No,
No.
este es,
Wow.
no, este es cacao.
This is cacao.
Cacao.
So this is coffee right here in chocolate. This is esta es papaya.
Es papaya.
This is papaya. See that big plant right back there? Up top. Look up top.
The tree is sabo.
So that's papaya, which is this, and that's what the inside when you open it has those little black seeds, and it's really thick, like orange. That's the papaya.
Ya, esta es
And
la
this is
guava.
sugarcane.
Esta es la
And
guava.
this is guava.
Como leguminosa. Este estábamos explicando ayer que de este su extracto es una vitamina.
And so yeah, a lot of the medicines that we were taking, right?
Aquí es el problema de
Yeah, watch out for the ants.
Yeah, I'm getting bits of fucking.
Entonces esta guava se maneja. Entonces esto se crece largo, alto, se
This
hace.
grows very tall.
Entonces, como van viendo, tiene 2 metros 50 de altura y ya se va bajando. Se va
So once it
controlando.
gets about 2-3 meters, then you start cutting it down.
Se hace un control.
And you control the growth.
¿Ya? Entonces, esta es una vitamina.
So these have vitamins.
Yo estoy trabajando cuando pensamos demasiado y nos pone muy desequilibrado, pensar mucho, ¿no? Entonces, con esto se va. Y la cocona para bajar la tensión. Entonces, si estás muy tensionado,
So
muy
when you're mentally active and hyperactive, this is why we take these medications to bring them down. And the cocoa, which is one of the other ones of the extracts that we were
To
drinking.
relieve tension. The
Yeah.
the cocoa relieves tension, yeah, and like the other one's kind of like just vitamin for thinking and kind of like helps you.
Yeah.
If you're overactive mind.
Ya, entonces vamos a ver por acá. Mira, mira, aquí tenemos. Esta es la cocona.
So this is the cocona. This is one of the ones that we drank,
Ácido.
and it's acidic. These big palms, these are all bananas. You see right there? This is how they grow. Look right there.
Where's the, oh, there's a banana.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Wow. Cool.
Aquí se le integra con otra especie más que tenemos.
Where are those big ones over there?
That's the same thing. That's just the flower of the banana.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's not ripe yet.
Yeah, it's probably a snake hole. Snakes like to live around banana trees.
Yeah, this is prime snake cat area.
Y el plátano es diferente que el banano.
Sí,
¿Verdad? Es una planta diferente.
Exacto.
¿O es la misma?
No, esta es otra especie. El banano que mayormente se exporta, aquí nosotros le llamamos plátano seda. Este es plátano de sancochar.
So this is plantain. A lot of the plantain, you know, the dark yellow and the hard banana, it looks like a banana. That's what this is.
Right.
Then there's a
Looks a lot
different
like a
one
banana.
that is the actual sweet banana. ¿Qué es esta?
No,
Actually, these are actually plantain. It looks similar to bananas,
Sí, es.
but this is the harder one. It's made in soups and stuff, and they make what's called patacones as well.
Patacones, muchas sí, hormigas. Ya, ya vamos a salir de esto. Mira, entonces aquí les
They're
integramos.
behind you, Carol. They're behind you.
Yeah, you're like stepping all over.
Ahí está bien. Ya, entonces aquí le estamos integrando al aguacate, a la palta.
It's aguacate.
Esto,
This is avocado.
eso.
So now he said he's going to start integrating
This is
this.
avocado.
Ya.
Wow.
Cuesta regular, porque a mí me cuesta $7,000 hacer un acre, una hectárea.
Saying this, the technical aspect of upkeeping this, it says it costs him about $1,000 per acre.
Ya. Esto le hecho como una demostración y ahora tenemos otra técnica, otro diseño que se está utilizando que cuesta menos para poder trabajar con muchas personas con poco dinero y hacer un buen, se llama, una buena expansión de técnica.
So now they're working on a new technique that allows them to work with less money and more people, and that's what they're trying to integrate here in the area.
Miguel, how many acres?
¿Cuántos acres tienes?
Aquí tengo 16.
Right here it's 16.
Tenemos un promedio, cada acre tengo 1,000.
$1,000 an acre.
1,000 de estos.
Oh, ¿es especies o diferentes plantas?
Diferentes plantas.
So per acre he's got about 1,000 different plants.
¿Aló?
16 acres
And
and 1,000
so-
plants per acre.
Per acre. And so that's what he's saying. That's the
16,000
technical part that
plants.
he's trying to do is create
Wow.
a biodiversity. Because especially he was saying earlier, we have been explaining this, but the ayahuasca grows better when there's a biodiversity. When there's a
Right.
monoculture, you start
Yeah,
to lose the
Okay.
insect species, which then you won't have the
Claro,
same
tienes que
nutrients.
venir mañana,
You
porque
won't
mañana
have
ya
the
te ves
same
instalar para
plants
probar la
growing.
The
máquina, ¿ok?
intelligence of the plant.
Exactly, the intelligence
Okay.
of
Listo,
the
quedamos.
diversity, and so that will affect the ayahuasca, and that's what I've looked into. That's what he's trying to specialize is creating this biodiversity.
Is it 1,000 a month or 1,000 a year per acre?
Y es 1,000 por año también.
O sea que la producción en kilos o en toneladas
It's
son
1,000 plants.
en toneladas más. O sea que puedo decir que producimos un kilo por planta. Entonces
So
tenemos
it's about 1 kilo per plant.
10 toneladas por 1,000. Son 1000, una tonelada
So
por...
for 1 acre, it's about 1 ton
Ah,
of product.
Wow.
ya. Entonces, lo que yo venía analizando, mire, ve, sin poner insumos químicos, mis plantas están, ¿dónde se está comprobando en sus hojas?
So,
Mira, estas
without,
hojas están
so
muy buenas.
what he's practicing with this
Ya,
technique
muy sencillo, ¿no?
is that
Su hoja de esta también está, porque
without
tiene,
using the
tiene
product,
que se llama,
he looks at the leaves, and that's how he can
ya
tell
están,
if the plant
tienen
is healthy.
comida. Están amarillentos, no tiene
If
comida.
it's yellow, that means it's not gonna produce food.
Ok. Tienen que picar con unas máquinas que tenemos ahí y ahora están picando más fina. Ya, vengan. Este es todo orgánico, nada de insumos químicos.
So this is all organic. This is the compost area. Here's the worker.
Estos son semillas de cacao, ya son seleccionadas.
So this is
O sea,
cacao,
son de los
and this is
mejores
where they
frutos,
germinate the
que
seeds.
tienen más aroma y que tienen más sabor. O sea, que ahí tenemos que llegar.
He's
Tenemos
trying
que
to
llevar en
he's trying to
calidad de
perfect the
productos
seed to have a better
que
taste
se llaman,
and better
que sea
aroma.
un mercado, quizás no competir con él, sino demostrar que trabajando con insumos naturales no vas a tener saborizantes,
So-
no vas a tener aromas, sino aroma natural, sabor
He's
natural.
trying to not compete
Esa es ahorita la
against all these other
campaña
industries,
de
but he's trying to
Kapitari
show that
de
with his
expandir esa
technique,
técnica con las demás
that we're
comunidades y con
in
otros
a natural
países.
process, that we're
Ahorita
getting
además
really good
similar
aroma and really
en
good
Argentina,
taste.
similar a esto queremos hacer también en Bélgica. Y así, queremos expandir esta técnica porque necesitamos es tener mejor comida, mejor alimentación y tener mejor salud. Y ya, entonces eso, pero se tiene que poner los dos polos,
Saying like the
tecnología de
better food you
punta
have,
y la parte ancestral.
the more nutrients you can get, and then the more healthy you are, essentially.
Y el cacao blanco,
Cacao blanco también no tenés aquí, también tenemos el rojo, tenemos el verde y el blanco no.
so he doesn't have white cacao, and he has red and green cacao. Y el blanco es famoso de aquí de Perú. ¿O?
Sí, famoso es. Entonces eso quiero llegar ahora.
So
Quiero
he
llegar
wants to get the white cacao,
sobre,
which is famous in Peru.
mis nutrientes para hacer un cacao de calidad. O sea que ahora
Seis.
estoy soñando bastante en ese aspecto, ¿no? Ver una calidad de producto. No solamente voy a sembrar cacao y hago mi empresa y listo, sino quiero ver la calidad.
So he's
Y
working
eso
on the
estoy muy,
nutrients
como dicen,
to see his
metiendo mucha
quality
energía.
of plant.
Entonces también del secado también, el turrado también para que no pierda, porque en la maceración está para el sabor, el aroma, ahí está todo está en el secado. Si nosotros le secamos mucho el sol, pierde.
So the real important part for getting the good aromas and the good taste is in the drying process of the
Ese proceso también. Estamos haciendo un ensayo muy minucioso. Como dicen, estoy muy celoso en esa ahorita, muy celoso estoy ahorita. Porque quiero mostrar calidad.
So he's saying other people are jealous?
Yeah.
Are jealous of him because he's really working on the quality
Yeah.
of the
He's doing something unique.
Entonces estamos ahora asociándonos con intercambio de técnica con un amigo francés. Ahí él es francés.
he's working with
Entonces vamos a traer, porque en Francia son expertos haciendo chocolate. Vamos a traer de ahí una acá para que nos enseñe. Con ese enseñar de eso de ahí, que la proyección de futuro es que queremos que cada familia haga su propio negocio.
So what he's trying to do in this is that
Para
he's
que
trying
se
to
vaya
perfect the
el precio
technique so that
justo,
other
no haya
families
muy
and villages can
alteración.
have the same
Yo soy,
technique,
tú eres
they
mi
can produce
abastecedor,
food
yo
the
soy el
same way.
transformador, de aquí voy a... Entonces la idea y la proyección, que estoy muy claro, yo tengo mucha confianza, quiero hacer en cada país un negocio, un representante propiamente, porque yo no puedo hacer en muchos países,
So
pero
he's
sí,
trying to
de otro país sí
he's trying to
podemos
have a
hacer.
representative in each country to learn this
Sí lo
technique
hace.
and take this to other
Sí lo hace,
places
claro.
so that they can produce the same type of foods.
That's awesome.
And that's why
Okay.
he's saying
Yeah.
why the French are coming here, because they want
Entonces hay que
to
pensar en
use this
grande.
technique.
Nice. Muy bien.
Bueno, ahora vamos a ver lo que estamos sembrando ahora, que se llaman las hortalizas, que son los biohuertos. Vamos a ver el biohuerto que tenemos también, ya están en producción también, los tomates. Biohuerto que es diversidad de especies.
So it's a diversity of species. If he has a plantation of a diversity of species.
Okay.
Ya. Después me pregunta, se han quedado un poco inquietos, entonces tenés que hacer diferentes cremas también, porque tenés muchas aromas, entonces tenés que sacar las aromas como insecticidas, como repelentes, como control de...
Y quieres construir un laboratorio.
Exacto.
Yeah, so he would like to build like a laboratory so he can do different extracts. You know, he can make his own mosquito repellents. He can make his own products that way. It's another form to self.
Ese es otro que debe integrarse.
Yeah.
No está afuera,
Yeah.
es para integrarlo. No está afuera, todo está aquí. Sino darle, se llaman sus propiedades y su uso de cada especie. Es una diversidad, una biodiversidad.
And so that he's saying that he's working on the biodiversity of it.
Yeah, an integration of many, many things. And that's like the whole principle of permaculture is you're trying to do, it's not just gardening, it's creating more of a way of being that you're integrating everything in a diverse way. So you have a place to do your extracts. So you have a place that's your food forest.
Self-sustainable.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
common areas that you
Entonces, para que ustedes puedan entender un poquito, que esto se ha hecho con un plan primero semillero. Primero mis semillas y mis yemas, y mis técnicas y manejo de suelo. Y tengo que apuntarme con 4 objetivos, porque si yo voy a sembrar, porque uno está toneladas de abono.
Yeah, about nice.
Ah.
No, you go.
So he has 4 objectives, basically his seed, his technique, the nutrients, and then
And it's just to maintain the earth. like
yeah,
you're saying.
to like basically to make the product, right?
Yeah.
And that's what he's focusing on.
And land repair, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because his land was totally, it wasn't fertile when he got it. He's making it fertile.
Yeah.
He's doing the work with it.
Porque entonces, ¿qué es lo que hacen las grandes corporaciones? Entonces ellos se focalizan
So the big corporations, they focus on
en hacer toneladas de
to
insumos
make just
químicos.
quantity
Yeah.
rather than quality.
And then they use chemicals and fertilizers and all of that.
Yo estoy en toneladas de insumos orgánicos
And he is
Toneladas.
actually reaching to that point
para
where
poder
he's
dar
making
comer bien mis
tons of
plantas y
it,
tenga buenos
but
frutos
it's
y
good,
tenga frutos de
it's better
calidad.
food,
Sí.
better quality.
Sin química.
Sí, químicos.
So he's trying to basically compete with the corporations, as in like they have quantity but no quality, and now he's getting quantity, but it's going to be a better quality.
Ya. Entonces ahora para que ustedes piensen y analizan, entonces cuál es la fuente de ingreso para poder financiar $7,000, tanto tiempo, hacer los ensayos, llevar la técnica, hacer en pequeñas áreas y en áreas grandes.
So he wants us to analyze and think about how, you know, the money and the work that it takes to do this and to incorporate that. I think is what he's trying to say. Like, not only here, but you can take this and, you know, these techniques and take them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Ya. Entonces, ¿ya se ha imaginado quién está financiando? ¿Es mi gobierno? ¿O gobierno de otro país?
So he's
¿Quién
being
está financiando,
financed.
Manny? Ya, es la ayahuasca, mi hermano.
Ah,
Con
so
la
he's saying-
sanación de la
he's
ayahuasca
asking, like, who do you think
viene
is financing this?
el
Like the
dinero.
government, you know,
Yeah.
other
De ahí
governments?
hacemos
No,
la
the
distribución
ayahuasca
para
is what
diferentes
brings in the
áreas.
money so
Entonces
that
me
he can
enseñan a
do
ser
this.
un gran proyectista, economista, financista, empresarios.
And so now that's creating like a whole other form of, you know, bringing in people like economists and people that are business entrepreneurs and, you know, basically making a whole business out of this.
Entonces, ¿dónde ha llegado todo eso? Es un conocimiento. Y es un, que se llama un patrimonio. Yo sé que la inteligencia
So
no
saying,
solamente es
where is
poder.
this coming from? Where is this ability? And that's with the marriage with el patrimonio de qué?
De la ayahuasca. O sea,
Oh.
la ayahuasca hace que se genera dinero y ese dinero que se haga
So
la
it's the
distribución.
marriage with the ayahuasca,
Yeah.
how the money's coming in and then it's allowing
it's
for
allowed
the
to do-
biodiversity
exactly.
and the growth of
Porque
the
diferentes mentalidades
So we have to work in a team and have different
para
mental
poder hacer
aspects.
equipo.
Para compartir la-
Para hacer, se llama hacer un equipo competitivo con grandes investigadores del mundo. Todavía pasa, ya está yendo, vamos. ¿No? Ah.
So that's how we're getting a more competitive group by having other people that come in and bring their intelligence, and then it's going to increase, you know, the whole, basically the group, and they'll grow.
Ya, entonces, mire, ahora estamos trabajando, somos 30 personas aquí nosotros. 30 personas, ella que
There's
habla,
30 people that work with him.
ya, habla diferentes idiomas, otros son ingenieros, otros
They
son
speak different
mecánicos,
languages, some are
otros son
engineers,
operadores,
some are mechanics,
otros
some
que
are
manejan
operators,
nuestros suelos y
some
otros que
that
están viendo
work
sobre la
the
selección de
soils.
las semillas.
Other people that select the seeds.
Entonces, ve, ya tiene cada uno, se llama su responsabilidad, su área.
So everyone has their own area of responsibility.
Yo puedo hacer todito eso,
He
y
can
ya
do
no me
all,
daré tiempo para ustedes.
But then he wouldn't have time
Esto
to,
yo venía,
to
eso
do
venido, se llama analizando y las visiones y los sueños. Me ha ayudado,
so the
porque si no yo
ayahuasca gave
también
him these
estaría ahí
illusions to
loco.
analyze
Tengo que hacer
how
esto,
to
tengo que
make
hacer lo
this
otro, tengo que
happen.
hacer esto.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No tendría tiempo.
No tendría
This
tiempo.
is why I was saying that the meditation is for investigation. Investigate.
Ok, entonces mire, ve cuánto me ayuda. Entonces la ayahuasca nos libera, la ayahuasca nos sana, la ayahuasca nos
Saying that how
cura.
important that
Pero
the
tienes que
ayahuasca
tomar con
liberates
esa
you and
confianza. Tienes que
cleans
tomar
you.
con esa aceptación para
And
que
you
puedas
need to learn to
entrar
accept the
en la
things
parte más profunda de tu ser.
so that you can get into the
Debes
deepest
aprender a
parts of yourself.
relajarte, olvidarte
You need
los
to learn how to
problemas de
relax
que
and
se
forget
tiene.
your problems.
¿Quién no tiene problemas? Todo el
Who
mundo
doesn't have
tiene. Y
problems?
queremos resolver los
Everybody has
problemas,
problems.
más problemas nos da. Entonces
And when
debemos
we think about
olvidar el
problems,
problema
then we get more
y
problems.
resolver los problemas.
So
Si no nos
we
olvidamos,
need to
no
accept it so we can
resolvemos.
resolve it.
Entonces esa es la técnica que utiliza la ayahuasca.
And that's the
Una cosa
technique
muy
that
simple.
ayahuasca is doing. With acceptance, it'll help you get deeper. And then, like he was saying, he analyzes things and is able to grow.
Sí, eso es la técnica.
Esa es la técnica. Entonces, si no, yo también, como les dijera a ustedes, bueno, señores, qué sé yo. Yo no puedo competir ustedes. Usted es doctor, usted es ingeniero,
So he's
usted es
saying,
antropólogo,
well, who am I?
usted es
I can't compete
químico,
with a
usted es
doctor or a chemist or
etnobotánico, usted es
botanist
abogado, usted es
or
ingeniero,
a lawyer,
forestal,
engineer.
agrónomo. Pero no, dice bien claro, cuanto más unión hay más sabiduría. Y cuanto más sabiduría se resuelven los problemas.
So he's saying that that's exactly how it is, right? Because he can't beat all of them, but when we're all together, then that's what's going to beat everything. And that's how
Right.
the world basically is going to improve.
Yeah.
And we'll have a higher wisdom
Claro, un
of solving
ejemplo.
problems.
Ya, un ejemplo, ¿no? Un ejemplo, como dice, unas preguntas, ¿no? O cuestión. Se une.
So,
Un
question.
doctor se une
A
con
doctor and
cirujano.
and a
Se
surgeon
une
get together.
con médico general. Se une
And a
con
general doctor.
pediatra. Se une
And a
con un
pediatrist.
traumatólogo. Se sientan, se juntan. ¿Qué problema tiene este paciente? ¿Tiene accidente? Tiene que verlo. ¿Qué tiene otro? Hay que sacarle esos higos. Sí, el cirujano. Entonces, igual se trabaja con
So he's
esto,
saying,
¿no?
like, just how you have different doctors that come around to analyze a patient, that's how you're going to get the best form of curing the person, right? Of diagnosing them or whatever with a group of doctors rather than just one.
Ya, entonces, eso debemos seguir aprendiendo. Entonces, yo lo que sé no
we
debe
have to
quedarse
keep
conmigo,
learning.
sino debemos compartir con todos y se soluciona. Pues digo,
And that's why
cuanto
don't
más
just
el
listen
equipo
to him, we
es
need
más
to
grande,
share and
solucionamos
learn from
problemas más grandes. Tenemos
Learn
equipos
from
chicos,
each other.
solucionan problemas pequeños.
So that we can resolve bigger problems and then it'll be easier to solve smaller problems.
Bueno,
Right on.
Muy bien. Entonces, esto cuando ya después le chequeas, puedes colgar también el programa de
Saying later you can go
internet.
look in the internet.
Pues te conectas con el sitio web de Kapitari, ahí le sigues poniendo. Entonces tus observaciones tuyas va a valer para los demás compañeros que a veces le hablan de la ayahuasca, le hablan muchas cosas de la ayahuasca.
He's
Pero
saying that's
vivir
why it's
la experiencia es
important
otra.
for us to go onto his website and share our experiences so other people can realize what's really going on with the ayahuasca.
Sangre de grado,
Exacto.
and it's for yeah.
Eso nos sirve para famoso gastritis,
So this helps for gastritis
ya, úlcer.
and ulcers.
Ya.
El que es este alto.
Este parece su corazón,
Oh.
tiene sus hojas.
It's the heart-shaped one.
Este utilizando una técnica de
Las
dejada.
hojas o qué?
Sí, de las hojas.
The leaves.
De leaves.
The leaves, but you cut the tree and you get the resin, and that's what you would take internally.
Porque si
so
comenzamos a
also the
sacarla,
resin,
si sacamos se llama el lácter, le van a estar malogrando el crecimiento. Entonces tienen que buscar otra técnica para utilizar a corto plazo.
So yeah, so like what Amanda had been saying earlier, you know, that's why they're working on just getting the extract instead of cutting down the plant or ripping off all the leaves, because then
Eso
they
es
have
mi
to
trabajo,
grow
Michael.
another plant.
Sí, claro.
So that's what he's like
trabajar.
specializing in, is getting the extracts and keeping this stuff growing. You know?
Buscar mi técnica.
And that's
Pero-
why like a lot of people are coming from out of other countries to work with him to use his techniques.
Yo no mezquino mi técnica, sino quiero que se expande mi técnica y salvar más vidas.
So he's not going to be like selfish about it. He wants to expand that so that it'll help him save more lives.
Bueno. Okay,
Tons of
vamos.
estrogen to go after.
Wait,
Yeah,
which?
and they were saying,
that
don't
one?
they use that if the mother can't breastfeed?
Yeah, because it's going to increase the lactation because
Yeah.
of the hormones.
What are we looking at?
That's what Amanda takes home.
Yeah, that's exactly what I use, and that's
That up there?
it keeps me right.
Wait, wait.
10 hectares he bought in November.
Noviembre.
In November, over here.
Yeah.
So he's gonna probably
Ahora
do
vamos
more.
a cambiar este bosque con diferentes especies de plantas.
So this he's gonna do
Porque
another
este
plantation
está
of different
depredado.
species of plants.
Este está depredado, totalmente está depredado. Entonces, lo que
It's
estoy
completely deprived.
Yeah.
Entonces
So
ahora
you
vamos
can
a...
see it's like dead right now. There's nothing
Ya,
thriving.
ahora estamos integrando otras especies de plantas
I was going to integrate other
para hacer
species.
una agroforestería.
So do you understand why it works when you have different species of plants? Because sometimes one plant can share its nutrients with another plant, or they need certain things from soil, like if you just pass nutrients along. And that's why it's important to have diversity. If you have a monoculture, everything dies because they're competing for the same things. They all need the same things, but when you have diversity, one may need more nitrogen, and the other one's a nitrogen fixer, so then it feeds them nitrogen. So it's
It's a symbiotic
a
relationship.
symbiotic relationship, exactly.
Synergy.
It's synergy.
I couldn't have any visions because of I was missing Don Lucio. I did preparation for ayahuasca. I knew what it is. I knew this is, messing up with your mind with someone random. And I put my trust to Don Lucio, and I didn't trust his son because I never heard about, saying anything from Wagner. And I saw a few videos with Don Lucio about, the plants and all the stuff. Like he was like, it feels like he's got a mission of fixing the world himself. And I didn't feel it from Wagner. But yesterday, I trust the ceremony and it came. And it started with giving up all my fears, something I didn't even know about, and my bad habits. So I was throwing up all my bad habits. There was alcohol involved, everything. I felt like I was like kind of hell, like Sin City, very bottom one, and I was like sitting and throwing up, like feel dirty and everything. And then I felt like I was going through mentally and physically to my birth again. And up to, I don't know, 5th minute of my life, I didn't have heart beating. And I felt like first of all, I was going through it, and I felt like I couldn't even breathe. I was like, at some point, couldn't catch my breath, and I was listening to Don Lucio Icarus, and it was like helping me, just calm down, calm down. And the moment I was hearing the Icarus, I was like, okay, I'm in control, so that's fine. And minutes before, I started that feeling when my hands, my legs was like in almost the same frequency like Icarus, was like moving like this, and I felt like I'm in that level, that that mental level, and going through my birth was amazing. I felt like my mother passed me all the senses, and how to survive, and it's just still coming now, understanding of that. I know it's like metaphor, I think, that I feel like I never gave a birth to my heart, and my thoughts was coming out from my mind, not from my heart. And at that moment I felt like I was like mind control. It was like all the stimulates, like sugar. I realized why we don't have salt in diet, and I realized all that stimulates just is keeping occupied your mind of thinking about that stuff rather than And I felt like going through all that stuff, like the conspiracy theory. It makes sense, all of them, and I just felt like yesterday was I gave birth again to my heart, and now I feel like everything. I feel like I'm not thinking about it. I like feel it. So strange, and there's still quite a lot of stuff coming now, so I can't even explain everything. But it was a moment, and after that, I couldn't throw up the second part. The first one was like physical throwing up of ayahuasca, but the second part was like my mental throwing up. I couldn't do it, and I was like thinking about everything, like even swallowing the vomits just to feel it more sick, to get rid of it. And I felt like Don Lucio was right next to me, and it was like, do it now. And I couldn't. I was like Icarus songs and Don Lucio and everything around me was like just go on, do it. And when I did it, was like I just lay down. I didn't feel sick again. I opened my eyes, and I felt like the first time I opened my eyes, and it was like blurry. I couldn't catch a focus. And when I started, then I started feeling everything clearly. And then it was the same like with my thoughts. I couldn't catch a focus with my thoughts before because I didn't feel them. I just think about them. I don't know if that makes sense, but so from that moment everything was so clear. I was like, I didn't have any visions, but I think that was what I was looking for. I didn't want any visions. I just wanted to know the truth. It looks like I got it yesterday, and everything up now I'm thinking about like anything in my life and everything. I feel like it's so obvious, so clear. It's like why I couldn't see it before. And there's a big part of all of you guys, because in the process of going through all that stuff, I had like some advices from you, and the moment I was like couldn't catch the breath, it was like some stuff coming out from all of you, and it helped me. Like Don Lucio said yesterday, that he don't know everything about his plant, so he needs other people to working with it. So the other people are experts in different subjects, and I feel it the same way. I'm not gonna cope with everything myself. It's like your experience. I'm not gonna get them myself, so I used your experience as well, and it was just I cannot even say, because I could talk for hours, about 5-6 hours, but and I can't even remember all that thoughts. I'm trying to get back to them at some point, but I feel like from now on I feel that focus with my thoughts. I feel like everything I'm thinking about is clear now. It wasn't before. And that moment, that abortion I was talking about, I realized that was a breaking point. I woke up that moment. and from that moment, I was like, doing the research about life and everything, and I just realized that I just needed to wake up, and yeah,
Ayahuasca mama kuna jamoringe brilla brilla medicina cuerpo manta
You know, the first night I just purged and nothing else. Last night I drank about a quarter less than the first night, and within 10 minutes, yeah, I could feel it was coming on. Eyes closed, various visuals, eyes open, various visuals. About 20 minutes, half an hour into it, purged, not much and no problem, pleasant enough. And then the visions, like I said, I've got this one-eyed woman, Cyclops, that was a fucking stunner. She was so appealing and seductive, but she's just watching. I can't approach, or I wanted to and I tried, but it became quite obvious she's just watching. And to the side of her, there was another fight. The Brazilians have a fighting team called Bad Boys, and there's two B's and they look like eyes. They have on the shorts and their vests and stuff like that. I've got the bad boy eyes watching her, watching me. And then the main element, I've got the most beautiful sexual, she was a woman, but so erotic, it was like a creature in a way. And like everything that you could dream of, for me anyway, in a woman, except she got a snake's tongue. And she. Really that bad. Well, it's it was a first.
Imagine what she could do with that.
It was a first. But she was a tease. Like she was very, very appealing, and the yearning for her was massive. But every time I kind of approached, she backed off a bit. There was good eye contact. There was no like kind of trickery in it. But every time I approached, she backed off a bit, and then I kind of thought, "Oh, fuck you then. If you want a piece of this, you're gonna have to come and get it." And she did. And we kissed, and then she withdrew again, and then fuck you. But then I thought, no, I want her, so I'm going to have to go and get it. But like I said, she kept moving. She'd let me get close, and then she'd step back a bit. And that went on very pleasantly for about an hour. At various stages, when I was trying to make contact with her and couldn't, I did think maybe I'll have a smoke, purge again, and that little more badness out of me will let me make the connection. But that didn't happen, and it wasn't disappointing or anything. You know, I was comfortable with it all. And I said to you, Andy, it was what I consider a first-class introduction, you know, to ayahuasca. Don't get me wrong, you know, at times I did, you know, there was various other images coming, mainly eyes and the cat eyes that you had. There was, you know, and sometimes they started to manifest themselves into something else, which I thought, you know, is this going to be a horror or, but it was no problem. If it is, cool, I'll have some of that, you know. The rain, I thought, was a massive influence. I don't know whether it was just the audio distortions or whether it has anything to do with it. But at one stage I did actually go outside and just stand there with my hands in the air with the rain, and it was good. For most of the hour that it was like on, I was looking out the back here, the trees, and reaching out to them physically to touch them, to feel. My hand looked kind of strange. The trees looked kind of strange. There was one tree that kind of kept turning into like a woman holding a fetus. But like I said, the actual connection was the same as with the cyclops or the snake-tongued. I couldn't quite get to her, and I couldn't quite get to the trees, or that's why I think I ended up going outside, and I thought maybe we'd get a better connection. But it was all good. After that was for about an hour, and then after that, yeah, I'm not going to say I'd come down. The visuals had stopped, but there's a lot of, you know, mental reflection going on. You know, trying to come to terms with what you'd seen, or, you know, maybe I'll approach it different next time, and I'll be able to make a connection. Or at one stage, I did think that the reason that the snake tongue one wasn't letting me connect with her, she kind of gave off a vibe that my intentions weren't entirely honourable or honest. It did seem like that. I thought that's why she's not letting me. You know, she's a decent girl, she's a good girl. But it wasn't a problem. And like I say, it's all a learning curve, you know. Next time, you know, maybe I'm just going to grab you. You know? We'll see if I can do that. But yeah, it was all good. And like I say, the remainder of the ceremony was spent on reflection, really, and going over and over again the experience, you know, and drawing the same inferences in the end, really. It wasn't confusing at all. Like I say, except for the issue that I wanted so badly to connect physically, as it were, but every time I took that step she backed off a bit. You know, at some stage I thought, is she trying to lure me into a trap, or...
Teaching you patience.
Well, you know, like I said, I thought in the end, fuck it, I'll have whatever you want to dish out, you know. But it didn't manifest itself into anything different than what I've just described. But all good. Like I say, I think an excellent introduction for me to ayahuasca.
I was giggling sometimes. I giggle.
Okay, explain.
About what? That was about it. It wasn't a lot of like strong meditación as far as introspection. I was just in the medicine, but not nothing profound or anything like that.
So what do you do? Because I mean, you're pretty knowledgeable in all this.
I gotta share this. No, just kidding.
No, but I mean, like, are you like meditating, or are you just kind of looking at visions, or?
Yeah, I'm looking at visions and I'm trying to analyze them as what they mean, or trying to get dialogue. I guess it's not the visions. I'm trying to get dialogue in my mind about just what's going on in my experience right now. Get information, get more intuition about personal stuff that's going on in my life. Things like that. That's my analyzation in the meditation. So it's more like an investigation. Investigate things. It's like day-to-day life, you get intuition, but in that state I get a stronger intuition and I can go a little bit deeper into situations that are happening in my day-to-day, ordinary, waking consciousness, and I can help integrate them a little bit more. When it's clear. When it's not clear, sometimes I can have a whole ceremony and just be kind of agitated, like can't get anything really clear, no clear dialogue, and then I'm just kind of agitated. Or sometimes I'm just tired, or, you know what I'm saying? It's always different. So last night it wasn't super clear. It was definitely there.
I was slightly agitated last night. It's a little stronger than the first night, but it's a lot slower coming on. When I called out for the second cup, I wasn't feeling anything either, and I was almost tempted to go for a second cup, but I thought, I'll wait. And it was probably about 10, 15, 20 minutes after that where I started to feel the effects come on. And quite a bit of nausea. It wasn't that uncomfortable, but it wasn't pleasant either. I had some visuals, but it was just geometric patterns, nothing, pretty random and meaningless. And then I was purging quite a bit, but not really. I couldn't get like a proper purge out. It was just like little bits of every now and again, just like a mouthful would come out, And then later on, I had a bit of a coughing purge going on, and I would cough, and then like 3 or 4 times, and that would induce me to puke a little bit as well, and that kept on happening for about an hour or so. I was like coughing and then purging, coughing and then purging. And then it kind of lightened up a bit towards the end, and I was giggling about something. I can't remember what, but I was finding something quite funny.
So was I. Just like random giggles. I'd get something in my. I just think of something and I'd start giggling.
And then when we left the locker, went to the dining room. I was still feeling the effects pretty strongly. I kept saying to my mum, I feel stupid. I was like, just talking was a struggle. You know, I had to try and think about what.
It was really cute.
Couldn't get any words out. Or if I did, it just sounded stupid.
Santi mo pare, tu sorazione con i ragione tu. Lo si sarà che tu non da con i ragione tu. Paregando tu no sabes nuestra mente y nuestro corazón Paregando tu no sé que equilibra con amor verdadero. Paregando tu no sabes en la mente y en los corazones de tu hijo en el mundo Paregando tu no sabes con amor verdadero en el mundo Paregando tu no sabes sanidad en el mundo Paregando tu que haces la medicina con amor verdadero en el mundo Paregando tu no da vuelta y valor para luchar como buenos peregrinos en el mundo Paregando tu cambias al mundo y cambias a tus hijos en el mundo Paregando tu no da la paz y la buena esperanza en el mundo Paregando tu no da la inteligencia y la sabiduría que forma el regalo a tu hijo en el mundo Sin que Padre no somos nadie en este mundo Virgencita, tú nos das amor y calor como una verdadera madre en el mundo Jesucristo, hermano legítimo curandero en el mundo Cuando estaba crucificado, digo esta palabra para personales, no sabe lo que hace Tú derramas de tus lágrimas y derramas de tu sangre, que la alianza en el Paregando tú eres el único curandero, porque tú curas todo tipo de enfermedades en el mundo Paregando tú nos enseñas a ser sencillo y humilde en el mundo
And then I just kind of sat there and was asking. Okay, I came here to learn. You're going to give me what I need, teach me. But I wasn't liking the feeling of the Mariatas at all.
The sickness.
Yeah, and the dizziness. And when I went to move, it would be like, I'm like looking for stuff. And the disorientation. I was like, this is crazy. What are we doing this for? What am I learning from this? And the nausea, and I was like, oh, I was nauseous for like over an hour. And I just kept asking, okay, I came here to, and then I was saying to myself, okay, I signed up for this. I chose this, okay? I'm here to learn something, and this is supposed to teach me something. And I tried to watch, and there was just craziness, like Jack-in-the-Boxes and escalators, and just darkness, and it was scary, and it was almost like I was getting the message, you're not treating your body right, you're not taking care of yourself. I'm like, okay, I get it, all right, I'll be good to myself, I'll eat just whole foods and good things in my body and take good care of myself. But it kept happening, like, no, I want to make sure you get this message. Like, I got it. Can we just go on to the teaching? And it just, it wouldn't stop. And I was listening to the rain and looking around the room, and just trying to listen to the music and trying to see if I could synchronize the music with the light show like I saw the night before, choreographed. I couldn't get it at all. It was just craziness. And then I started getting mad. I was like, this is ridiculous. I came here to learn something. You're not teaching me anything. This is a waste of time. And it's not good. I don't like it. I'm getting out of Peru and I'm never coming back. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm getting out of here. This is nuts. And then I had cramps and I was like, okay, now it's in my intestines. I hope I'm not gonna go to the bathroom. All right, I'm just gonna wait it out. I've taken the drug. It's gonna wear off. I'm in a safe environment. I chose this. I'm here to learn. It's gonna be okay. And I kind of just waited it out. And I think then I fell asleep. And the next thing I know, there's this shaking over my head.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Over my head, singing.
I remember you jumping up. Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. He's praying for me now. Good. He's praying for me. Pray for me. Please, give me what I need. Teach me what I need to learn. Oh, good. It's almost over. And then you went on to you, and I just kind of watched him go around the room and just kind of waited it out. Went back to sleep. Or kind of rested. And then I saw the candle went on, and I was like, oh, it's over. And I was pissed. Remember you came up to see if I was okay?
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't like it at all.
I know, well, I scared the shit out of you.
Well, you know, it wasn't that.
Oh.
Well, you scared the heck out of me. But then I said to you, by the way, I didn't like it at all.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
you
was
were
like,
like,
I laughed.
yeah, you laughed. I was like, that wasn't very nice. She didn't even try to comfort me or ask me what was wrong.
I told you I like it when people don't like it.
Yeah, and I was angry, and I was laying there all morning long being angry because I didn't get anything out of it. It was
You wanted
ridiculous.
it to be finished. I didn't want it to be finished.
Yeah, right.
It's like, please don't end it.
Yeah.
And I just thought the whole thing was it's just like taking drugs and poison, and that's why you're throwing up, because your body doesn't like it, and it's not teaching me anything, it's not doing anything good for me. This is ridiculous. I never should have come here. And then my other side said, well, just be patient, you know? And it's only been 2, and just kind of getting used to things, and it's an experience. And now after listening to all of you guys talk about your experience, you know, I realized it wasn't like you were given an instruction manual on life and you got all the answers you wanted either. It was some chaos and some weird stuff going on and a lot of similar experiences to what I experienced, but and that's okay. That's normal, as you say. So I'm patiently optimistic that more shall be revealed.
Barganda tunajelo ilumina con amor verdadero. Barganda tuerena que maestra de la maestra en el mundo nami. Barganda inclinato tu oído y escucha la clamanja de tu hijo. Que lo que Barganda duere na dudelo veye dunem. Barganda duere operazione na vide na mundo na mi. Barganda duere na dudelo pita na mundo. Barganda duere na abogado na mundo. Barganda inclinato mano delle giana tu bendigiana
So I did a bigger dose and it helped a lot, it was good. But basically I was living in Thailand a few years ago and I was running a place called the Amsterdam Coffee Shop, which did what it said on the tin for years and years and years in the middle of Thailand. I was selling drugs to all the tourists. Eventually I got arrested. Now, it all ended in tears. I got slung into prison. I had a girlfriend at the time for 4 years, a Thai girl, who I was really, really in love with. And when all that fell apart and I had to go back to England, I had to leave her in Thailand. And it broke me. I have not been in any shape or form happy from then until now. I've just really struggled with depression and unhappiness and lack of motivation, which I think I mentioned to you last night. And when I did the ayahuasca, I came back, I did my purge, and it was starting to come on, and I just laid back, and within minutes, a switch was flicked. I was back to myself. I felt like I was on the road to recovery for the first time in 7 years. I felt very loved. It was a very beautiful experience. Several times I was just crying my eyes out with the beauty of the whole thing. I found, as you say, a lot more self-love. And I know it's just the beginning. I'm not there yet. But it's definitely the beginning, and it was amazing. It was totally amazing, awesome experience. Yeah, like I say, I've really struggled over the last 7 years, and I really felt it was just like healed, you know. I felt I was loved. I had this big Indian standing next to me, just looking down, an Indian man looking down on me, and I knew that the reason that he was there just to make me feel safe, and that was it. He was just going to stand there. Amazing experience, lots of graphics. I find it very difficult to describe what I saw with words. It seems as inappropriate as trying to marry an artichoke, if you like. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't really do it. But I'm trying, do you know what I mean? But it doesn't really do it because it was just so deep and so healing. It was just very difficult to explain. But yeah, I had a beautiful, beautiful experience. It was amazing, yeah. And I do feel a lot better for it, and I do feel that the corner has been turned. So, and that is what I came here for. So I'm really happy, really happy.
Barganda juna juna samaranga naturana japuna monga vajayera namundo nami. Barganda yobeato sumilagra diamagia oraga doramiga aminu jajaga segunda janami. Barganda cuando se te conoce algo maravilloso en el mundo Barganda tú no sabes de la vida en el mundo Barganda tus oraciones son benditas en el mundo.
A different energy. And think of, and this is, it's all wrong what I'm telling you. It's weird. It's all fucking wrong. Think of all
these energies is just the closest I can get to explaining what I'm thinking, but it is wrong, be aware of that. Think of all these different energies as words, and every combination of every fucking word you ever fucking know. Or think how many, 2 words, 3 words, different meaning, different energies, floating around all over the place. But for ease of explanation, let's say the only one that really matters is acceptance. So you've got to lose every single word, every single combination of every word, and end up just with acceptance. And then what you've got to be aware of, that acceptance is a word, and that's wrong. So you've got to fuck that off, and you get down to no words. Energy. And different ones are floating around all over the place doing different things. And you can't stop it, it's just happening. And some are what we call productive, that's the wrong word. Wrong is the wrong word. It's some are called negative. Negative is the wrong word. They're just, think of gold. There's not much of it. Think of that as being highly destructive. So there's no point having loads of it, do you know what I mean? Because it's going to destruct everything. But in some areas, you can have loads of it, because what it wants to destruct is there, as in the jungle. No point having loads of one kind of plants here, because they'll just and become nothing. You need this mix, and they all, you know. But in this, that nothing is something, and it won't be like that forever. It'll attract different energies, and different things will happen, and you know, it's a bit like saying, well, there's no point putting fucking gold in Antarctic, because gold means fucking mountains, you know. It's no point putting diamonds in the water, because diamonds need sand. And this is where you find it's just different energies. Like I say, words. And for me, see, even ayahuasca, it's a word, it's wrong. It's just an energy. But it's getting you as close to as you can. Then you've got to fuck the ayahuasca off and just, you know. So, like I think, in my life is wrong, it's a word. As soon as you're born, somebody says something, it's a word, it's fucking wrong, you know. I'm not saying, you know, how it would be if you were born and nobody ever said nothing to you. You'd just be a different energy. Energy is the wrong word. It just, and that's kind of obviously birthing a journey. And this is, and it'll send me on different, and they're all changing every fucking millisecond, fucking. But on that night, the night before last was it, I had to lose all my words and all my combinations of words, and that was so difficult, because every word that I attach for kind of help, you know, you've got to fuck them all off down to acceptance. And then when I got there, I've got to fuck acceptance off. But fuck acceptance off, break, so I've got to break all that down. And it was really, really difficult, but difficult is wrong. It just, that's as close as, yeah.
Santo tú no sabes la medicina que a mí con amor verdadero en el mundo. Coca mi caro na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira saya wikaro na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira Basa pataro na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira Ya walponaro na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira Wita petaro na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira Bora bora na na mi villa villa medicina capana mira
Kapitari was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. I did big research to come in over here, choose the place, but it positively surprised me.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear you.
Positively surprised me, Kapitari. And I'm not good with the group sessions. I think this is the first time in my life. I don't like sharing that, but you helped me quite a lot. Then I realized, like as I said the other day, like Don Lucio said that you have some experts in different categories, yeah, and you've been my experts this week, so thank you guys. And I'm coming back Monday, Tuesday, but just because I'm flying back home on Thursday, so I don't want to lose the time in Iquitos. I prefer to stay over here. So
Good on you.
pensamientos y emociones, pensamientos y emociones. Abre, abre, medicina de tu corazón, abre, abre, cura y sana, hacia la paz, pura y sana, hacia la verdadera paz en el espíritu, hacia la verdadera paz en tu alma. Ramai Ramai Ramiriri, Ramai Rama Ramirari, Ramai Rama Ramiriri, Ramai Rama Ramirari. It's called